started. All right, so our question is, what strategies can you use to solve addition fact problems? And our first question says, think of different addition strategies. Write or draw 2 ways you can solve 4 plus 3. So think about 2 different ways that you can solve this problem right here. Okay? So let's do the first way together. Who has an idea of how to solve 4 plus 3? I'm going to put all hands back down. And then I'm going to call on somebody. Who can help me solve 4 plus 3? Keela, can you give me one way?
You can do the squares.
So like the blocks?
Yes.
Okay, so how many should I put in the first column?
4.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then how many in the next one?
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and do this in your book with me. I haven't 4 plus 3. All right, Keela, what's our next step? We haven't solved it yet, so what do we need to do? Count. Okay. We know this one in a snap because we already put those numbers there. So how much is in the first column?
4.
4. So scoop up 4, and then we're going to count on. Ready? 5.
6.
7. So what is 4 plus 3, Keela?
7.
7. That's one way that we can do it, making our 2 columns. What is another way that we can solve 4 plus 3? I'm going to call on another friend that's raising their hand to give us a second way. How can we solve 4 plus 3? Zayden, do you have another idea?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your idea?
7. Take away 0 equals 7.
This is a true math problem, Zayden, but does it have any of these numbers in it?
Oh, no.
So is there a way that we can fix this one up so that we're using some of these numbers? Okay, let's do that. What's your other way? Do we have to draw 2 columns right here?
No.
What else could we draw to help us figure out this problem?
Can we do small circles?
I like that idea. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then 3 squares.
And 3 squares. Hey, that's a good idea. 1, 2, 3. And then we would just add them all up, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is another way to do it. So boys and girls, there are lots of different ways to solve these equations, and we want to talk about those ways throughout this whole entire part of this chapter, okay? So in your book, I want you to make sure that you have 2 different ways to write 4 plus 3 equals 7, just like we did. And I'll give you about 15 seconds, and then we'll go to the next page. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, this is a really good question to take a look at. It says, why is the sum the same when you use different strategies? How come it equaled 7 both times? Who can raise their hand and tell us why it was 7 both times? How come our answer didn't change? Sophia, do you have an idea? How come our answer didn't change? How come this time it didn't equal 8 and this one equals 7?
Because they are the same.
We're using the same numbers, right?
Yeah.
We didn't change the equation. Even if we were to change the order and say 3 plus 4, would we still get 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still using the same add-ins. Remember, these are called add-ins when you see that on your test. Good job, Sophia. All right. I would like for you guys to go to the next page. It is page 162. It looks like this. 162. Here's the whole page. And this one has a lot of work. Boys and girls, we are going to be doing something different this week. Because you have me for every single math instead of every other day with Miss Cheatham and myself, we are going to be going through the first 3 pages together. Actually, probably the first 4 pages. And then those 2 homework pages we won't be doing together anymore. You will be doing them at your own house. So it's super important that if you can't make it to these classes, that you watch these videos so that you know how to do your homework, okay? We're going to go through some of these. I told you guys yesterday that if we skip any of the problems, that's okay. I'm not going to ask you to go back and do them unless it's part of homework where we have to get it done because we're turning it in. But if I go through and say, okay, we're only going to do half of these, then that's okay. Don't worry about it. We just want to make sure we stay on the same exact page as each other. This one says, these are ways you have learned to find sums. So remember, the word sums means that we're adding them together. 9 plus 1, it already gave us the answer. That's 9 and 1 more. 9 plus 2. Elias, can you tell me 9 plus 2? Alakai, can you tell me 9 plus 2? 9 and 2 more. We're just counting on, so we scoop up 9. These are the ones we can scoop it up, and then add 2 more. 9, 10. Go ahead, Alakai. 11. So if we know 9 plus 1 is 10, 9 plus 2 is 11, 9 plus 3 is going to be, Elias, I saw you unmuted. Can you tell me this one? So remember, boys and girls, when we get called on, we need to make sure we're really, really on it, on top of it, and we're unmuting immediately, okay? 12. So each time, we just added 1 more. 9 plus 1, 9 plus 2, 9 plus 3. That means this number is just going to get 1 bigger each time. This is counting on. It's easiest to scoop up the big number and then add on the extra little number. Great work. We have also learned how to do doubles, doubles plus 1, and doubles minus 1. These are a little bit more tricky than these. So I'm going to show you guys these and walk you through it as a review. Our double means that we're adding the same number 2 times. 5 plus 5 is 10. We know that one in a snap. 5 plus 6. All they did was this used to be 5 plus 5, but all they did was they added 1 more here. So instead of this being a 5, they did 5 plus 1, which is 6. So if we're just adding 1 to this, that means this number is just going to get bigger by 1. So instead of 10, it's going to be 11. For doubles minus 1, all they did to this number, it used to be a 5, but they just took 1 away. So if 5 plus 5 is 10, 5 plus 4 is just 10 take away 1, which is 9. So doubles plus 1, it's just going to be 1 bigger than our double. doubles minus 1, it's just going to be 1 smaller than our double. For these problems here, we are going to just do 2 of each of them so that we have time to get through everything. So we're just going to cross out the bottom 2 of each of them. So go ahead and do that in your book. And that way we're going to have time to do more of the pages together. Oh, this one we're going to do 1 of each, since it only gives us 2 choices. So just like this. So just cross out the bottom part of each of them. All right, these ones are going to be super, super easy. Counting on by 1, all we're doing is starting with this number to scoop up and adding 1 more. So 4 and 1 more. Xander, go ahead. Good job. Jose, you have the next one. 5 plus 1. It's just 5 and 1 more. Jose, can you hear me? Keela, I see you're raising your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, Jose, I need you to wait now because Keela's ready. Keela, 5 plus 1?
6.
Good job. Those are super easy. When you guys see this on your test, it's not even going to be a problem. You guys are going to say, that is so easy, I can do that. Counting on by 2. Same strategy. Scoop up the bigger number, but you're just going to add 2 more. So these ones are also going to be super, super quick. Aaron, 5 plus 2. 5.
Seven.
5 plus 2. 7. Yep. So we just go 5, 6, 7. Easy peasy.
8.
Good job. 6, 7, 8. Check your book. Make sure you are doing these problems. The more that we practice these together, the easier the homework's going to be, the easier the test is going to be. So if you are choosing to just sit and watch, you are not helping yourself learn. So make sure you are doing these with me. Count on 3. Same strategy. Scoop up the bigger number. Add 3 more this time. So I would like for Jose to do the first one. Jose, 6, and then add 3 more. Make sure we're unmuting super quick to answer these.
Where's that?
Jose, we are on page 162.
Okay, but I don't know what it is.
I will give you a second to get there, Jose, and then when you're ready, I want you to raise your hand so you can do a problem with me. Liam, you're going to do 6 plus 3.
In a second, I will.
Okay, Sophia, you're going to do 6 plus 3.
9.
Good job. These are super quick, boys and girls. When we are counting these, you look for the bigger number. We know how to count in order. We did that in kindergarten. We're way past that. So all we do is choose the bigger one, scoop it, 7, 8, 9, 10. See how easy and super quick that is? Super fast, super fast. All right, I'm seeing if Liam's ready. And Jose. Jose, your hand is raised. Yes, I'm so happy you're ready. Jose, you get this double right here. Do you remember the doubles?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 7 plus 7.
1, 2, 14.
14. Excellent job. Super quick. Let's say
16.
Do you see how quick that was, Liam? It was like, I know these doubles so quick. So that is why it is super important that we practice these together. These are going to be so easy on your test. Okay, doubles plus 1. Remember, choose the smaller number. That's the one we double. So think about 5 plus 5. But this is plus 1. So 5 plus 5 plus 1 more number. If we know 5 plus 5, we just add 1 more. So, Zayden, what is 5 plus 5?
10.
10. But this is a 6, it's not a 5. Good job. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Good job, Zayden. All right, we're going to do doubles minus 1. So, this time we're going to choose the bigger number, 8. We know that the double for 8 is 16. But this isn't an 8, it's a 7, so we have to minus 1. So if 8 plus 8 is 16, 8 plus 7 is just one number smaller, so who can raise their hand and tell me? 8 plus 7. First hand I saw come up was Xander. Xander, 8 plus 7?
8 plus 7 equals 15.
Good job, 15. All right, we are on the next page, which is 163. We are staying on track, and we are going to finish this on time, which is awesome. All right, this one wants us to color the doubles facts and the counting on and the doubles plus 1 or the doubles minus 1. The important thing that we do here, boys and girls, is make sure that we at least get some of them completed. And then if you would like to color them later at home by yourself, that would be awesome, okay? But we want to make sure that we're getting these completed first. Then we can decide what we would color them, and I'm just going to write the color word underneath it so you know what to color it, okay? So, if the two numbers match, what is this called? Who can raise their hand and tell me? If my two numbers I'm adding together match. Keela, what is it called?
A doubles fact.
Good job, doubles fact. So all the doubles facts we color red. So we're just going to put red here so you know what to color it later. And what is 9 plus 9, Keela? Whenever you're ready, Keela, 9 plus 9.
9. 10.
So 9 and 9. 9 plus 1 is 10, but we have 9 plus 9. It's going to be a pretty big number. So if you're not sure, scoop up the 9 and add 9 more, okay? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Nice job. Pretty soon, Keela, this will just be stuck in your head, and you're going to know that one in a snap. 9 plus 9, 18. All right, so this was a double. That means it's to color it red. Sophia, 7 plus 1.
8.
8. Oops, 8. for the color, 7 plus 1, is that a counting on or a doubles plus 1 or a doubles minus 1? So remember, the counting on ones are the super easy ones where we scoop up the bigger number and then we just add.
Counting on.
Counting on. Counting on. So, counting on is blue, so you can write blue here so you know what to color it later. Okay, 5 plus 3. I don't see a double. I don't see a double plus 1 or a double minus 1. So, Alakai, what would 5 plus 3 equal? 8. And this is the one where we scoop up the bigger number and add 3 more. So we are counting on. Can you say that?
Counting on.
Counting on. So that one is also going to be blue. All right. Looking at my clock, we're looking good. All right. Let's do this one down here, number 12. So go ahead and cross these ones out. 9, 10, 11, right in the middle. We're going to go to number 12, 6 plus 5. Ooh, you know what I noticed? Those numbers are super, super close together. What could that mean? Liam, can I have you do 6 plus 5?
10.
So 5 plus 5 would be 10. That's a double. One of the numbers is 6 though, so what are we going to do? Super close. 6 plus 6 is 12. So it's the number right in the middle. It wasn't 10 and it wasn't 12. 11. And I'm going to show you. Okay.
You were tricking me.
6 plus 5. One of the numbers is smaller than the other. So we can grab the 6 and double it, which would give us 12. However, this isn't a 6. This is one smaller. So this is a double minus 1. The double would be 12, but this isn't a 6. So it's minus 1. So we say 6 plus 6 is 12. Take away 1, which is 11. So the doubles minus 1 is going to be colored yellow. So we're going to write yellow. Make sure you guys are doing this right with me. Yellow. All right. Don't let this trick you. Just because this number is smaller, that doesn't mean we have to scoop it. Scoop up the bigger number and then add 2 more. Who can tell me this problem? Remember, this can also be written as 8 plus 2 if that's easier for you. Zayden, 8 plus 2 or 2 plus 8?
8 plus 2 is 10.
Good job. 8, 9, 10. Super easy. All we are doing is counting on. So it will be blue. So we're going to write blue. Ooh, easy peasy right here. This one is for Elias. 8 plus 8. Here's a double. Perfect. Nice job, Elias. 8 plus 8 is 16. We have a double, so we need to color it red. All right. We have 3 more. These two numbers are super close together. We have an 8 plus a 9. Take your first number, double it. Then you need to decide, is this plus 1 or is this minus 1? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Take your first number and double it. Then we need to decide, is 9 a plus 1 or a minus 1? Xander, do you know? Yes, it does equal 17. So we would say 8 plus 8 is 16, but we have a 9 here, so 9 is 1 more. So 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 1 more is 17. Nice job. Doubles plus 1, we color yellow. So we're going to write yellow. It could, and if it was 9 plus 8, we would say 9 plus 9 is 18, take away 1, which is still 17. That's why the doubles plus 1 and the doubles minus 1 are the same color, because you can flip-flop it and then just use the other skill. You can plus 1 or minus 1 depending on which number is bigger and which number is smaller. Ooh, these numbers aren't close together, so I need to scoop up one of them and count on. So, Jose, 9 plus 3.
9 plus
So, Jose, I want you to scoop up your 9 and then add 3 more.
Let's stop at 12.
It is 12. Ready? 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we scooped up the 9 and then we counted on. So counting on is blue. Blue. We have one more. Ooh, these are almost a double. So take your first number. Then we're going to do the doubles, but then we need to decide, should we add one more or take away one? The 8 is bigger, so we need to add. So step 1, Zayden, 7 plus 7.
7 plus 7
Equals? 14. Thank you, Zayden. Alakai, you're going to do the next part. 7 plus 7 is 14, but this is an 8. An 8 is one number bigger than 7, so we need to add one more. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus one more is
9.
7 plus 7 is 14, plus one more. 15. So 7 plus 8 is 15. A doubles plus 1 is yellow. So we're going to write yellow. Okay? Give you a couple of seconds to make sure that you did all of these problems in your book and you wrote down the colored words so that if you feel like coloring them later, you can. We're doing really good with our time.
we have to color them?
You do not have to color them, but if you are choosing to not color them, you have to write the words.
Okay.
Make sure you have all the words. Okay, this problem here, we are not doing this on the test, so go ahead and cross it out.
But Miss Prince, can we watch the math on the spot?
We are going to skip the math on the spot for this one because this problem here you won't see on the test, okay? But the next math on the spot will do. All right, I'm going to put all hands down, and I would like you to raise your hand if you're ready for the next page. So hands are down. If you are caught up with me, I want you to raise your hand. Good job, good job. Remember, this is also recorded, so if you need to go back and practice these some more, you can always go and watch the video. Okay. This next page, boys and girls, is your homework. So, like I said, this is something that you will be doing at home by yourself. But we're going to go through, and I'm just going to cross out the ones that I'm saying you do not have to do those, okay? So, this first page that we're on is 165. Looks like this. If I cross them out, that means you do not have to do it on your homework. Okay? You do not have to do this one. That will not be on your test. This will, though, so keep this one down here. On the next page, cross out this one.
I have a question, teacher. We usually do the red one instead of after the bottom one of the red one. We usually do that one.
We're going to skip it though. If you want to do it on your own, that's totally fine. But we're going to skip it doing it for points on your homework, okay?
Okay, but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
Later, watch the video.
Okay. So.
And we could figure it out.
So the rest of these, boys and girls, if they're not crossed out, you need to do them for your points for when you turn this assignment in. So on this last page, you have problem 4 and problem 3 and problem 2. The page right before it, you have a couple of these problems here. And these problems, boys and girls, are exactly like the ones that we just did here. It's going to ask you to color them. If you don't feel like coloring them, you can just write the words, just like we did here. Okay? It's really good to practice writing these words anyways. So if you would rather write the words instead of color, that's awesome. All right.
So you could write the any color you want or you need to just it's the same one. It's red, blue, and yellow.
Yep, it's the same colors, and you have to put the right color. So It says for doubles facts, you're going to use red. Count-on facts are blue. Doubles +1 or doubles -1 are yellow. It's the same colors that we used over here. They just...
So like, is it okay, can we color the, color crowns in?
You can if you feel like it, but you don't have to. So this first one, it says 8 + 8 is 16. That's a doubles fact. So you could just write red right here. Okay? You don't have to color it. It's just saying that if you feel like solving this, 8 + 8 is 16. Miss Prince is telling you the answer on the first part. And if you just want to color it red, that's what it would look like. You would just color that box. But you don't have to. You can just write the word red. So it's completely up to you. It all matters on how much time you have to work on this and if you feel like coloring them or not. Okay? I'm looking at the clock. It is 8:45, so that means that we are all done for today. So